General Colin Powell wore many different hats during his time in Washington, but in a town known for its political divisiveness, Powell was known as someone who always sought unity and made decisions based on principles and not politics. Scholar Henry has more.
President Biden ordered the U.S. flag be flown at half-staff in honor of one of America's most famous soldiers and statesmen.
I became friends with Colin Powell, who we just lost. Think of where Colin Powell is not only a dear friend and a patriot, one of our great military leaders and a man of overwhelming decency.
Presidents Obama and Bush both praised Powell's service and called him a friend. Powell endorsed Obama in his first run for the White House, calling Obama a transformational figure. And he served as Secretary of State under President Bush, where he often pushed back against the use of military force.
I believe Secretary Powell's years as a soldier are what made him such an exceptional diplomat. He knew that war and military action should always be a last resort.
General Powell tended to downplay any portrayal of him as a symbol for black achievement, but there is no denying he broke down barriers and created a path for others to follow.
First African-American chairman of the Joint Chiefs, first African-American Secretary of State, a man who was respected around the globe.
Lloyd Austin, who himself is the first African-American Secretary of Defense, said Powell was more than just a soldier and statesman. He was a friend and mentor.
I could always go to him with tough issues. He always had great counsel. We will certainly miss him. I feel as if I have a hole in my heart.
President Biden praised Powell's selflessness in a statement saying, time and again he put country before self, before party, before all else, in uniform and out, and it earned him the universal respect of the American people. Scholar Henry, CBS News, Bethesda, Maryland.
After retiring from public duty, Powell continued to make appearances, including a few right here in the Midlands. One of those places he stopped was South Carolina State University. The four-star general was the commencement speaker at the school in 2011. He was also inducted as honorary member of SC State's Reserve Officer Training Corps, one of the largest producers of African-American officers for the U.S. Army. Well, SC State's president remembered the former U.S. Secretary of State as a public servant.
I had the personal privilege of meeting Colin Powell as a young second lieutenant in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba in 1991. And from then on, I just was always inspired by his leadership. He was able to truly put politics aside and really represent the best of America, regardless of race, regardless of ethnic background, regardless of political affiliation.
The school is planning to discuss his legacy with students who are likely too young to remember his time in public service.